Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever seen a sales pitch for a health supplement and just wondered, what makes it so convincing? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and deconstruct the marketing for a product called NeuroZoom. We'll analyze the exact techniques they use to try and win you over.
And this is the hook. Right from the very start, they hit you with this huge, all-encompassing promise. It's not just about one little thing, like memory. No, this is pitched as a total solution for your concentration and your mental sharpness. This really sets the stage for everything that's coming.
So, to really get how they sell this vision, we're going to walk through their playbook, step by step. We'll start with the initial promise, then we'll dig into the formula they say makes it work, see how they build your trust, break down the big offer, and finally look at the guarantees and, of course, the fine print.
All right, first up, the promise. This is the foundation for the entire pitch. It's what they want you to believe NeuroZoom can do for you. The product gets framed right away as this complete, all-in-one package. And that phrase, 35-in-1 memory essential formula, that is not an accident. It's carefully chosen to suggest that it's complex, it's thorough, and it's basically the only thing you'll ever need for your cognitive health. And then, what do? They start backing up that promise by hammering on safety and purity. Now notice the strategy here. Before they even tell you what's in it, they build trust by telling you all the bad stuff that's been left out. No stimulants, no toxins. It's a great way to lower your defenses right from the start.
Okay, now we get to the why. This part is all about explaining how the product supposedly works by giving us a peek inside this very complex-sounding formula. The number itself, 35, is a huge part of the marketing. I mean, the formula is said to have 35 different antioxidants, minerals, vitamins, and herbs. That specific, large number isn't just a fact. It's designed to make the whole thing feel really comprehensive and scientifically advanced. So instead of just throwing all 35 ingredients at you and overwhelming you, the presentation spotlights a few key players. Selenium, for example, gets singled out and is given a very specific enemy to fight: fluoride in the brain. This creates a really simple, memorable story for the customer to latch onto.
Then there's choline. With this one, the benefit is a bit broader. It's tied to overall brain health, and especially to long-term memory support, which you'll notice directly reinforces that big promise we saw right at the beginning.
And this is actually pretty smart. They take all the other ingredients and group them together by what they supposedly do. This takes what could be a really intimidating list of 35 items and simplifies it into these easy-to-digest categories. It makes the science feel a lot more accessible, doesn't it?
So they've made the promise, they've given you the science, but how do they actually get you to believe them? Well, this next section is all about building your confidence and trying to convince you that this stuff actually works.
First thing they do? Pull out a classic, social proof. And they do it with customer testimonials. Sophia's story is designed to be super relatable, right? It focuses on the social and emotional benefits, feeling more vibrant, and just more engaged with your life.
Okay, so they've got the social angle covered. Next, they hit a totally different motivation: your career. Tom's testimonial connects the supplement directly to doing better at work, and that's going to appeal to anyone looking for that professional edge.
And to round it all out, Laura's quote ties the product to maybe the most powerful driver of all: family. Suddenly, it's not just about memory, it's about cherishing moments and deepening your connection with the people you love. They've covered all the bases: social, professional, and personal.
So you've got the emotional pull from the testimonials, right? Now they add a layer of what looks like scientific credibility, this long list of references. It suggests that all these claims are backed up by actual, independent research. The thing is, the list just has to be there. It builds trust whether or not anyone ever clicks a single link to check the studies.
Okay, all of this, the promise, the science, the trust, has been leading up to the most important part of the whole thing: the actual sales pitch. This is where they try to turn all that groundwork into a sale.
The pricing here is a textbook example of something called price anchoring. See that single bottle for $79? That's the anchor. It's set high so that by comparison, the other options look like a much, much better deal. The ultimate discount pack, with that huge stated savings, is pretty clearly positioned as the smartest choice. And just to make sure you go for the bigger packages, they sweeten the deal with these free digital bonuses. By putting a high retail price on these ebooks, the total value of the offer just seems to skyrocket. So you feel like you're not just buying a product, you're getting this incredible bargain.
And for the final push, to get you to act now, they bring in a powerful scarcity tactic.
By claiming the offer is just temporary, or that this is the very last time you can get it, they create this huge sense of urgency. It pressures you to make a decision right away, before you have too much time to second-guess it.
But what if you're still not sure? The last part of the presentation is all about what's called risk reversal. It's designed to reassure you and get rid of any of those last-minute doubts.
So their main safety net for you is this 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. The language is really strong. If you're not absolutely astounded, you get your money back. But here's the thing, you got to look at the fine print. You have to physically ship the bottles back. And that little bit of effort can be just enough to stop a lot of people from actually going through with the refund.
You know, they even get ahead of what's probably your biggest question. Is this stuff actually safe? They address it head-on in an FAQ section. It's a really smart move, because it shows they know what you're worried about, and it lets them control the answer.
And right here, you see this really clever balancing act. They give you some reassurance by mentioning an FDA-registered facility. That sounds really official. But then they immediately put the real responsibility back on you by saying, hey, you should probably talk to your doctor before you use this.
And that brings us to the very last, and honestly, maybe the most important piece of this whole thing. Tucked way down in the website's footer, you find this standard but absolutely critical disclaimer. It clearly states that the claims have not been evaluated by the FDA and the product isn't meant to treat any disease. When you think about it, that one sentence provides the real context for everything that came before it.